Hi there, I'm Roux, and this is my life story. I was born, raised, and live in the middle of Norway. My parents' relationship was brief. The only thing that came of it was me, and in 1992, the 1st of August, my mom had me when she was 23 years old. I was an energetic child, always high and low, always up to something. We didn't have much money, but my mom did the best she could to support us, working in a bakery. It didn't pay much, so to make a better life for us, my mom started studying and got a bachelor's degree in preschool teaching, and she became a kindergarten teacher. Whenever there was a day off from school, I usually had to come to my mom's lessons and sit there very quietly and color while she studied and listened to her teachers. It was very boring. My father was never there for me, but my paternal family always were. So my love of animals started early, and I loved visiting my aunt and uncle on their farm, petting the cows and snuggling them. I've always loved learning, but school bored me, and it didn't help that my home life was tumultuous. And as I got older and school got harder, coupled with puberty and all its hormones and devastating teenage anxiety, the weight of having to deal with home and school became too much, and I spent years severely depressed. I missed a lot of school because of it, and it destroyed my social life. In high school, I majored in arts for a year before switching to performing arts, and it's there that I discovered my love of acting. Unfortunately, the school I went to was extremely toxic, and it was a struggle to just get through it. By some miracle, I managed to finish high school though. Meanwhile, my mom's boyfriend at the time broke her arm, leaving her unable to work as a kindergarten teacher anymore. Silver lining, she left him after he did that. Since she couldn't be a kindergarten teacher anymore, she went back to school and got another bachelor's degree, this time in economics, and she became an accountant. Meanwhile, the energy and effort it took me to finish school had completely drained me, and I got progressively sicker, until I got so sick I had become a prisoner of my own mind. Trapped in an endless cycle of anxiety and OCD, I was bedridden for months. It was actually more like a year and a half, actually. OCD and anxiety had always plagued me, even as a child, which had a lot to do with my difficult home life, but this was my lowest point. I was losing weight and body mass at an alarming rate. I was dying, and I knew it. Luckily, after all those years of struggling, my mom and I finally got the help we needed, family therapy. And I got the medication I needed to correct the bodily chemical imbalance causing my depression. To try to get better on my own terms and at my own speed, I started making YouTube videos as a creative outlet. First, with Norwegian lessons. 2 is to, a, b, c, d, e. Skits. Elementary, dear Watson. Unboxings. What could be inside? Audiobooks. Mr. Darcy. Then Roux tries. Will this improve my life or kill me? ASMR. Ooh, I love this ASMR thingy. Maybe I should try making some of my own? Oh my god, I suck at this. Why? Oh no. Why does my face look so severe in all these videos? I'm so bad at making it, but I love watching it. Whatever I thought I might enjoy making, I tried my hand at. Some I did, and others not so much. Some I was good at, and others not so much. After a few years of making videos, I finally felt well enough to be able to create, edit, and post videos on a weekly basis. And in late 2018, early 2019, my channel suddenly boomed from 400 plus subscribers to 20,000 plus subscribers. Thanks to taking my love of Reddit reading videos and inspiring me to try to make my own. I'm still so shocked. It blows my mind that people like what I make, and I have this crippling fear of disappointing people. I can't be everyone's cup of tea, but I think to myself that as long as I create stuff that I'm excited myself about making and that I enjoy making, then that's the most important thing, and hopefully people will like it and it'll grow and continue and people will continue to want to watch. I've always had animals in my life. They are my children, and during all of this, my beloved hamster passed away due to old age. And if that wasn't enough, my beloved soon-to-be 8-year-old cat, my soulmate, my best friend, my son, who had been with me through thick and thin, through everything, passed away unexpectedly soon after. I was inconsolable. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was in shock. Luckily for me, a little lady came into my life just at that time, and she helped me through it. Without her, I would have been lost. And so begins the journey of me becoming the mom of 5 cats. The next happened one late evening when my mom and I went for a walk, when all of a sudden we ran into a thin, scared, homeless little soul. We took him home, very much against his will. He was very afraid that we might be one of those mean humans who had hurt him in the past. But we nurtured him back to health, and soon he was a permanent part of the family. In the summer of 2015, we decided to become a foster family, and we were paired with an adorable 8-month-old stray girl. When we went to pick her up from the vet, 2 ladies walked in, one of them crying whilst holding a basket. But why? It's because they had come in to put down 2 2-week-old kittens, and you know I couldn't let that happen. So I insisted on taking them home with me, and so we ended up bringing 3 kitties home with us that day. I and my mother syringe-fed the 2 little boys, and they grew up big and strong. I was so fortunate that the 8-month-old girl was such a kind-hearted little soul, and she took care of the little boys, washing them, grooming them, everything besides feeding them. Without her, it would have been so much harder. And of course, we fell head over heels in love with them all, and are now very happy foster fails, and a family of 7 with 5 cats. In 2016, after a few years of experimenting with vegetarianism, my love of animals, their lives, and their welfare made me decide to go vegan, which worked out fabulously as it forced me to learn how to cook. And I discovered that I am a huge foodie. It also inspired me to start my own blog, tryingtobevegan.com. It was mainly to force myself to try out more stuff, because I knew that if I had to write about it, then I would be more likely to be more experimental and push myself to try more stuff and actually be able to go vegan and not just have it as a thought. It worked, and I've been vegan for almost 3 years. When it comes to my love life, it was quite slow. My entire life, really, until I hit about 24 or 25, when I decided to join Tinder, where I met my boyfriend. Why didn't it happen before? Well, I was really awkward. And I just struggling with a bunch of stuff, and I just wasn't ready. Which kind of made it extra magical to finally meet my boyfriend, because then I was finally ready, and then this awesome person came along. I saw his beautiful face in the pictures, and I thought to myself, oh yes. So I swiped right, and I tried my darndest to be super cool, which failed immediately. And I was just being my old weird self, and somehow he liked that, and it worked. And I got him. He's studying to become a video game developer, and he's very good at it, even though he refuses to believe me when I tell him so. He loves skating and chips as much as I love iced tea. He's half Icelandic and half Kiwi, and he's my best friend. By the way, my mother is not only an accountant who loves her math, but she's also a knitting addict who just adores me and my boyfriend and her furry little grandchildren. She's a gem. I continue healing myself on a daily basis through medication, therapy, and good vibes. What's up next? Only the future knows. Thank you to A Good Company for the cruelty-free climate-positive notebook. It was perfect for drawing because the ink didn't bleed through the paper to the next sheet. It might be because A Good Company's notebooks and their paper is made out of recycled stone, and it's the first climate-positive notebook in the world. I also used vegan cruelty-free pens by Pilot. Just wanted to mention that because these are 2 brands that I really want to endorse. They're cruelty-free and vegan and, all around leads to a better world. So if you're looking for new stationery, definitely check those out. Links in the description. That's me and my life summed up in short. I hope you enjoyed that and that you'll come back next Friday when I post some more Reddit. I post every Friday. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So subscribe and leave a like and a comment and stuff like that. I love that. It makes my day. Thank you for watching.